Hey, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2.
Oh my God. This was one of the first tours we did of the States when we put out our first record. And this was the tour where we had no backing. There was like 15 people a show. We had this really shitty Dodge van that kept breaking down. This was the tour where I completely lost it. It was great. It was like something out of like Deliverance, one of these movies. Where we were in Mountain Home, Idaho, where there was nothing there except like an Air Force base, a video store, a KFC, and a hotel. I mean, literally, there was nothing there. And it was one of those things where the van's smoking. It's like a Friday night. We pull into some gas station and the guy's like, yeah, come back in the morning. I think I can help you out. We go back Saturday morning and the engine's like out of the car on a lift. And he's like, yep, you got some problems. We're gonna have to order some parts. Gonna be here till probably Tuesday. And we're like 21, 22 years old going like, we're freaking in Mountain Home, Idaho. What are we supposed to do for like 4 days? And we're missing shows. We're supposed to go on to Colorado and all these other places. And Jay was into this really militant thing where we had to live on $5 a day. That's all we could live on. And he controlled the money. And like an idiot, I didn't bring any of my own money. I didn't think, because we're kids. So I'm trying to live on $5 a day. We have one room, and I remember being so exhausted and so tired. And like Lou was trying to be really anal about how we should like break up the mattresses, and how we can put them together and sleep. And yeah, this was it. And I just like lost it, and I just went into this rage, and I started like throwing like lamps and furniture, and I was just like, fuck this, I need to go to sleep. And they were all just like, wow, Murph's like really, really tense. Yeah, he must really need some sleep.
Oh God. Yeah, this is where probably the rift between Jay and I, this is where it became totally real. This is where it became, I don't think, we never ever recovered really from this.
This is, I think probably in Idaho where everything went horribly wrong. Yeah, this was kind of like the beginning of the end. Over this week we were stranded in Idaho in a mountain home, and we could never go back. Things were said that can never be taken back. After that's when it kind of started going downhill.
We rented a VCR so we could watch movies while we were in there, and Jay of course had to pick the movies because Jay was he was the man. So we watched A Little Romance, which was like this. It's about two very young kids and this very gauzy kind of beautiful little romance pick. And then we watched then we watched just gore and maybe Faces of Death. It was just this real mix of naive stuff and then just absolute terror, which was really actually, now looking back on it, it's almost poetic that's what we were doing, but in this Murph had a complete breakdown. There was an exchange between Murph and Jay that I'll never, ever forget, where Murph stood up in the middle of the room and just looked at Jay and said, you should be raped by, basically saying to Jay, you should be anally raped. And Jay going, that would be you, Murph, raping him. And I remember using all the towels in the bathroom and really pissing everybody off.
And then just to cap it off, the thing that was so funny about the van is we get to some town where there was an honest mechanic, and he's like, oh, it was just like your thermostat. It was like a $30 part, and they had did all this work in Mountain Home and charged us $600, and it was just a nightmare.